Questions for Marcus. Start with Jared Weiss.
Marcus, Javonte has had a big opportunity for him to start in these past few preseason games. What have you seen out of him so far?
Yeah, Javonte's a guy who's worked his tail off to be here and stay here. And each and every day he comes out and he brings a different type of energy to this team that rises this team to be his best. And, we've just been really excited what he's been bringing. Everybody's a little rusty. We understand it, but the energy that he brings is something that we need.
Gary Washburn.
Hey, Marcus. A lot happened last year. A lot happened in the bubble. Were you able to kind of digest in the offseason all of what happened last year? Is such a short offseason. And what's your approach entering this season in terms of your importance to the team, your shot selection, all that? Do you go over that? Do you think, hey, I'm just going to let it loose if I'm open? How do you kind of approach this season, especially with Kemba out and you basically being kind of the head of the snake in terms of distribution and all that as point guard?
I mean, I think last year was a big thing for us, for everybody. Everybody stepped up in different roles, to help the team. Guys were injured, guys went out. And like I said, certain guys stepped up, me in particular. Coming into this year, definitely, with Kemba being out to start, it's definitely tough on our team because he's such a great player and he brings so much to this team. But, we have other guys out here who work just as hard, who's been working to grasp their moment and, step on the court and give this team some energy and some insight to what we can do to bring to help the team. So, it definitely sucks having Kemba out, but, that just means everybody else will step out for me. My shot selection, really, really focusing more on it. If I'm open, I'm definitely shooting the ball. My teammates, the coaching staff, has definitely told me, catch and shoot. If you open, shoot it. Definitely, I have 4.8. I average 4.8 assists in the bubble. One of the highest on the team, and I'm just continue to keep making plays for others and creating for myself, but definitely, running the show as a point guard and finding those guys.
Amanda Pflugrad.
Hey, Marcus. We just heard from Evan Turner. Just curious, what is it like having him back with the Celtics and some of the advice that he's been able to give the guys?
It's been an earful from Evan. No, it's been great having Evan here. We're talking about a guy who's had a decent career here in the league and, just a really overall guy. His work ethic, he knows the game, his IQ, and, just for him to be able to come back here and really give that knowledge that he has learned throughout his career and continue to learn to us and these younger guys that we have here is a blessing. You don't get to see that very often. And, I know everybody here is appreciative of it, and we're thankful to have him.
Tom Westerholm.
Hey, Marcus, just following up on Evan. I mean, obviously he's a pretty funny guy. How different is it to just kind of have like an assistant coach that kind of have that voice in the locker room, and it's somebody like Evan who's pretty funny too?
Oh, it's just unbelievable. We got a coach who understands the players even more because he was a player himself not too long ago. So to have that voice in the locker room where tensions are going to be high, competitive natures are going to be high. To just have that guy on the coaching staff that, when everything's kind of really hard or really just locked in the time of need where you just need that relief to kind of just, decompress, to have a guy like that who understands it and knows the right time and to bring it is something that's going to be important.
Final question for Marcus, John Corrales.
Marcus, going back to when you mentioned shot selection, why is that a focus for you? What brought you to that determination?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
When you talk about shot selection, you mentioned shot selection is something you're focused on. What brought you to that determination to say, I need to focus on my shot selection?
Because when I take great shots, I'm a great shooter.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Marcus.